Class, welcome to the online classes of Moral Science of class 11. Here we are going to see the new chapter, that is chapter number 7, Manners and Etiquette. So here we are going to see what the manners are and what the etiquettes and what the relationship between these two words. Firstly, manners and etiquettes both are synonym to each other. That means a synonym word for the manner can be given as etiquette also. So both relate the same thing as their synonym, but a small difference is there. And what is that small difference and what is the relationship between manners and etiquette, we are going to see in this chapter. So first thing, manners is an old fashioned word because we are hearing this word from a lots of times, right? From early ages itself. In the school time also you may have heard that you are not of a good manners, and doesn't the easy or the usual word which we used to hear is like you don't have a manner, like you are behaving not well, or you are not having a well behavior. Then we used to say this word, or we use this word. I think for every student, so they are usually done with this word from their teachers, that you are not having a good manners, or you don't know the manners of what. This type of words we always used to hear. So what that manner means, that you are not behaving well or not following the rules or not understanding his feelings, then we use this word. So manners are something which tells us that how we should behave and how we should get through that situations, you can say. Like in some situations we used to do whatever we want and we used to follow the rules also, but that manner means along with the following the rules, we should understand the surroundings feelings, we should get aware of the situation, and we should take care of everything whatever being going to be done there. So manners are just awareness of the feelings of the others also. Wherever we are, we should understand the feeling of the others, we should understand the situation, and then we can get through it. Not only just following the rules, but we should have some behavior, we should understand the other's behavior or his feelings, and we should not make him hurt. We should get through the feelings of the others. First of all, we should understand that what the others want, then we can say that we are of a well-mannered person, or we are from a well-mannered family. So manners and etiquette, I already told, are of the same meaning, but we know that old word like manner, it's trendy word, we can say that it is etiquette. So something same to that of manners only, but a small difference will be there. So whenever we used to do some works, we used to follow some rules, and we know also that we should dress up like this, we should eat like this, or we should use these things. Like when we are to go to schools, like someone called you for the enrollment, then what you will do, you will be using to have your uniform. You should come in your way, whatever, like bag, pens and copies. We know that we have to carry all these things just for the informations. And even with our parents, when we are coming, we used to well behaved. Dressing also we used to see, we should well behave along with our teachers, along with our parents. So whatever the rules which you will follow just to show their behavior to the others is considered as etiquette. Okay. And whereas if you talk about the manners are just getting aware of the feelings along with that. That means like a small example I will tell you. Like whenever you go to a cafe or an hotel, in that hotel, if you have gone for your dinner along with your family, and if you see that others are also coming into that cafe, and suddenly an old person, like two couples and they both are old, an old aged person, they are entering into the cafe, you are already a well behaved person because you are having a good dress up, means you are in a good dressing, your parents are also well dressed, you are having your cutlery set along with you, you know how to use that cutlery sets because it is there in the fork, there will be a spoon, there will be a knife, you know how to use that because you are a person, or you can say that a friend, you are working with the friend, or you are going through the right. But that old person, whether they know that how to use that cutlery set or what is the use of that cutlery sets, they doesn't, and they even don't know that how to dress up. Like whenever you go for a birthday party along with your friends, nowadays everyone used to have the dress codes, right, for any functions or for any birthday parties or the small, all whatever the parties will be there, it may be occasionally or professionally. Whenever you go to your cafes or the hotels, you know how you have to dress up, and you all will having a small dress codes or a color code also nowadays. So whenever we enter like this, and if you see other persons are entering into the different like they are old persons, like I told you that they are aged person enters into the cafe, and they are not that much good family, or they are not from a good rich family, we can say. So they will be not in a good manner dressed, right, they are not in a good dress up, they will be not having a good makeup and all, whatever you do used to do. What we used to think that okay, these persons are not from a good family, so they should not enter our cafe, right. We used to hesitate by using some things before them. Whether it is good to do this all things, no, because that old person doesn't know how to have that cutlery set or how to dress up in the cafe. They only came for their food. But what we used to do, it is our mindset that we used to understand about the other person by making an image of that person bad in our mind, that these are the old persons, they don't know how to use a cutlery set, they don't know how to dress up in this cafe. We used to make a certain images in our mind. What that means, like, oh, they are of not good manners. This is something what the manner tells us about, that it is our manner that we are not understanding that person's attitude or the person's feelings. That is what we should do, that first we should understand the feeling and get aware that what the person is sensitive about. Like, they doesn't know, we can help them. Like, if that old person doesn't know to use that cutlery set and he is using his hand to eat, it is wrong. We know that it is not of a good etiquette, we are not liking it, but we can have that much good manner that we can understand, okay, that the person doesn't know use to cutlery, but he know how to eat, like he is eating. And that is also one of the rule from our country itself, that is our heritage, that the persons used to eat with their own hands by using their 5 fingers. But we are now a trend, we are going through the trend that person should use a knife and a fork while cutting out your pastas and pizzas. Everything will have a different cutlery sets, I think everyone know about it. But if that person is using his hand, what's the wrong in that? Because we are not getting aware of his feeling, we are making our own trend that we should use and we should have like this. And that is what a manner means, that our mindset should change, that we should understand the feeling of others, get aware of his feeling, and then we should help him. We will not make a image of that person that he is doing a different work that we are not doing, like he is doing the work other than the etiquette, so we are making a different image of him. So something manner is like, we should understand the thinking of the others or the person behind us, we should help him, and we should also tell him that how he can, like if your grandfather or grandmother, he will be, we used to make them understand, na, okay, have this spoon or should use a spoon. That means we are helping him because we know. But the person whom we doesn't know, we should help them to get through that, but we should not make or hesitate to do or to help the others. We should make a good image of them. That is what the manner is. So manner is something to get sensitive awareness of the feelings of the others, and if you have that awareness, you have good manners, no matter what fork you use. What that means, that if you're having a good manner, it is better to help others, it will be better for you to understand the feeling of the others. It may be by any rule or any method you are helping him, but you should get aware of his feelings and should help the others. It may be in any way, it may be of any rule, like now I gave an example for helping him to use the cutlery, not in the same way, but in any type or any kind of way you can use. And that is what it is written as, that you have a good manners, and no matter what fork you use, means what they are using, that is not necessary or an important thing, but something that we should understand and aware of the feelings, and we should help him. So etiquette is something like a trendy word for this manner. So manner was something that we should be sensitive, we should get aware of the feelings of the others, and we should help in them. That is what the manner was. But etiquette is set of rules that we use, and now normally nowadays we are going through that etiquette. If some person doesn't follow that etiquette or the rules, we used to say that this is not a well behaved person. So what that etiquette means nowadays for everyone, I think everyone going through the words, that personality development, your career development, or what the way you are talking, your speaking skills, your listening skills, everything. This whole skill, important social skills for the young people, they are considered as a etiquettes. For mature behavior, we know that teachers used to say that behave maturely, or you develop your personality, how to walk, how to talk, or how you can take care of your interviews, your career developments, everything. So these social skills together can be set rules which we should follow or continue to be said as a etiquette. So today etiquette remain as an important skill which we should have for our interviews, for our career developments, or for the getting good personality development, right? So etiquette is a set of rules that conventionally established for the behavior in polite society or in office or a professional life. because nowadays every person's, like if you're talking about social life, that means in our families and all. If you talk about the society, that means we are going through the society, means in the peoples, along with the number of the peoples of the families, different group of families, and our professional life, that is it may be for our office work, it may be for our school life, that we are also having our professional lives. So etiquette refers to all the kind of rules that should be, or code that should be used for the matters of the ceremony. Like if you go to a court, we know what is the dress code of a lawyer, what is the judge's dress code, or where we should sit, how we should talk, we know that also. If you're coming to your school, daily you used to wear a dress code, that means you are having your own dress code or a uniform, or how to behave, how to use, what color we are going to wear. Sometimes some persons, whenever you know that your dress code is this, and someone will wear a different kind of a bow. Nowadays girls used to wear different kinds of bows and different kinds of watches, and colors are there. So if you think it out, that your simple example for your uniform, like your house uniform, it may be like red t-shirt and a blue lower is there. Now if you are wearing a green neon color shoes and with a hairband neon color, what it will be looking like? It may be a fashion if you are thinking to wear, and now many of you will be understanding that we will not wear because we have that much dress sense. I'm just giving an example that if you are wearing a neon color band or the neon color shoes, what it will look like? You will be a different in that background, right? So some usage of these codes are very necessary in some areas, like in a society and a public, occasionally like functions. Everywhere we are having some dress codes, and we should follow that. Not only the dress code, but different codes. Like we know that whenever we enter into the society for just for occasional works, then what we used to do, that we used to have a shake hand, right? First thing which we used to do, we used to talk very properly, we used to behave politely in the society. These are the rules or the codes which we should follow whenever we go somewhere. Like for the professional life, we used to get shake hand to the person, we used to say hello. Somewhere in different cultures are there, but you should to hug also the persons. So different codes are there, like handshake, saying hello. We know that before, like answering to the phone calls, whenever they come, whenever we answer, we used to say the first word is hello. And we used to ask also that okay, how you all are. And sometimes whenever an aged person or elder, when they enter, we used to give our seat, or we offer our seat to the others. That is also kind of a code that we should follow. So these all are the manners along with the etiquettes, because here manners doesn't come inside, it is only the etiquette, because here we are going through only the codes which are necessary, like how to behave in the society, how to be there in the cultural or the political lives or the professional lives, and in the occasional functions of our societies. But here the sensitivity or the awareness of the feelings doesn't come. It is only the codes that we should follow. These are considered as the etiquette. So the ethical behavior, like how we should have in our actions among the members of our society, how we should act before the professional practices or in the occasional functions. So this unwritten codes comes under the definition of an etiquette. But what was the manner? That manner was something that a person should behave, or we should go through the rules and should also understand the feelings of the others. So the first example which I gave you, like whenever the aged persons entered into the hotels or the cafes, if they are using hand for eating, it is not out of the culture, it is one of our culture of our country. But we know that our code was to eat with the cutleries and how to use the cutleries, so we will make an image of that person and it doesn't help him. So that is one of the etiquette that you are having along with you, that you should use a cutlery. Similarly, if you help that person by getting aware of his feeling, that is what the manner. So a well behaved manner will be having etiquette also. Similarly, a person with good etiquette can have manner also. But if both is there, it's very good. But sometimes a well behaved person doesn't follow the etiquette, and a person with a good etiquette will not have a good manners, right? Because sometimes we used to see like a very young rich person, a boy, a very handsome boy which is having a good professional life also, if he is moving out of the place and he entered into some place, and there the social works are being going on, and some laborers are eating their own food, and if suddenly some baby of them, along with that laborers group, some baby, if she fell down, what we will do? You will go and help them, right? Get it up, let the baby get it up, and we will give our hand just to make the baby help. But if the person with a good etiquette, if he is eating his food, he will not get up from there because he know that he is very dressed up very well. He will be not touching that baby because she is already a baby of that labor group. She is not in a good manner, means not in a well behaved dressing also. So we just think it of that how can we touch that person. That is what that a person with a good etiquette but doesn't have a manner. Similarly, if you are not in a good etiquette, means you are not using any kind of codes or the dress codes, you are not having good personality development, you are not thinking of your career life, you are just went and you are just helping that baby to set it up, then what does mean that you are having good manner but not a good etiquette. Got it? So here manners make the man. What that means, we know that a person having a good manner will be treated as that he came from a well bred person or from a well bred family, means his family will be a good, or the well person always who used to do the things in the right way will be considered as a well mannered person. By saying that well mannered person, what we can say that he came from a good breeded family. So the person's breeding and his upbringing, that means our family, the simple thing which we can say that good breeding or upbringing are from the families itself. So whatever you are learning from the bringings or the rules which we are going to follow is a sign of a person's breeding or his family, means the family is something which gives us a sign that how we should be there in the socials or how we should be there in the society, like cultural lives or in the personalities. So we should behave politely, we should talk politely, we should do the work in the right way, we should behave well, and we should understand the feelings of the others also, we should help others also. This all are the things which we should be done just to show that we are from a good breeded family and our upbringing is very good, that means we are from a good family. So politeness and concern for others are the main essential works that a man of a good manner should have. That means we should have some kindness towards the elders or the aged persons, we should concern, we should have politeness, or while we should talking to the other persons we should talk very properly and politely. Also well-bred person is a kind and goes out of his to help the other persons also, means he will help others very quickly and he will understand and get aware of sensitivity of the others also. So good manners are made up of petty sacrifices. It's similar that everything which you do is of good manners or you are following some rules. That means yeah, good manners only the time when you sacrifice some of the things from you, because if you are sitting in the classroom and if you want just to help the others at the outside, then you just move from your class. That is not a good etiquette, but you are having a good manner because you went through for the helping others. So you had sacrificed that etiquette or the rule from your teacher. You will maybe you would be getting the punishment from the teacher also that you are leaving the class, but you have helped someone. That is for different satisfaction also. So a well bred or upbringing is necessary from the families, right? So that is what a manner make the person. Here in the second paragraph you can see that we can judge a person the way he helps or behaves in a public as well as when he meet him alone. A ill-mannered person do not care about people and the places. That is true that the ill-mannered person will not see about the age or what the persons are standing beside us or what is the surrounding beside us. We don't think of it all, and not care about the peoples and what the place is. Who turn a blind eye to the signboards. That is also one of the thing, like you may have seen in the traffic rules that no smoking, get a turn, no alcohol. So this rules who doesn't follow, no footpaths and all, should walk in a footpath, should use two-wheelers, four-wheelers. Every signboards are used to be there in the road for the traffic rules, but the person who doesn't follow this traffic rules are considered to be the not well behaved person. So breaking these traffic rules or not understanding the place, not taking care of the public and the places, they are considered to be the ill behaved or ill mannered persons. Got it? And some example is also given, like school students often throw papers, wrappers and pouches all over the campus. That means you are not thinking about the campus or making the dirt over, or you are not cleaning out also, no? You are just making a dirty campus. So that is not of a good etiquette. Ill-mannered persons tend to be rude in their talk and behavior, because a well-mannered person will understand the behavior of the other and will be talking very politely and take care of the feeling of the other also. But the ill-mannered person will be very rude in the way he is talking or in the way he is behaving. So rudeness is the weak man's imitation of a strength. Means he is very much weak from inside, but he is trying to just to show his strength. He will be using a rude language or the rude way in behaving. So that is what given by the Eric Hoffer. Similarly, education aims at fine tuning a person. I think everyone knows about it, that education, not the schooling or coaching or something that different from which you learn from your parents. Everything is the same, that you are getting knowledge. So wherever you're getting knowledge, it will be considered as an education. So education always used to make a person tuned. Means he will tune a person that how he should behave and how the work he should do and what the politely you should take care of the things. That is what considered as a education. So education always aims at the tuning a person so that he becomes a positive contributor to the proper functioning of the society, so that he should follow some etiquettes and the rules, should understand the get aware of the feelings of the others, also should understand the way he should talk everything, and he will become a positive contributor to that of the functioning of the society. Means for the society a person should be there who can well behave. We know that some persons are used to be there in the good positions of our politically also, but they don't know how to behave or how to take care of the society. Then what does mean that having a good etiquette or a good manner? So says the rude child, no, I won't do it. Says the cautious grown up, that yes, I won't do it. So different, so a small difference is there while saying a rude child and while saying a courteous child. See, the rude child is saying no, I won't do it. But similarly, a well-behaved child will be saying yes, I won't do it. Both of them are saying they can't do it, but the way they are saying is different. So here we are going to see what the different kinds of etiquettes are. Firstly, the personal etiquette, second social etiquette, table manners, queue etiquette, cell mobile phone etiquettes, social networking etiquettes, conversation etiquette, respect the right to privacy. These are all the different etiquettes which you are going to see now. So the next video we will be seeing what these etiquettes are and the different types of the etiquette. So thank you class.